broadcast for shooters, hunters, and gun enthusiasts. This is the Firearms Radio Network. The bandwidth for this edition of Gun Guy Radio is supplied by LA Police Gear, lapolicegear.com.
Welcome to episode 107 of Gun Guy Radio. This is a podcast that shines a positive light on the firearms lifestyle. I'm your host, Jake Challen, and this is your weekly dose of positive firearms talk without politics. Well, welcome to the program. This may be a slightly abbreviated version of the program because of my schedule here. I'm doing this kind of at the last minute. A couple announcements before we get started. The baby is still on the way, so I am at high alert trying to get things in order, and that's partly why this is an abbreviated episode. This is also Valentine's Day I'm recording, so I can't go too long or I'll get in hot water there. So we are giving away a new Bond Arms backup. That's right, the Bond Arms backup and 45 ACP. Giving this away on May the 4th. All reviews must be submitted by April the 30th. Reviews. Yeah, that's right. That's how you enter. You submit a review to the firearmsinsider.tv website, our gun and gear reviews. You submit as many reviews as you want. Now there are some requirements to these reviews. It's if you go to firearmsinsider.tv/submit, there's a web form that you can fill your review out in, and at the very top of that is a link to the outline. You might want to click that outline first to kind of get a feel for what we're looking for the reviews. Now you can add audio or video to them. The audio and video is not required, but it's welcomed. You can review anything: a gun, a knife, tactical gear of some sort, survival gear, a flashlight, anything relating to the gun guy, I guess you could say. So firearmsinsider.tv/submit will get you started on your review over at the Gun and Gear Reviews at the Firearms Insider. And again, it will enter you for the Bond Arms backup giveaway. All right, and we have the We Like Shooting Challenge. I shot this last Sunday, I think it was. I shot out to the range and tromped through the snow and shot the We Like Shooting Shootout Challenge, where you shoot 5 shots from 7 yards at a target that you print out. There's a specific target you have to use. You go to welikeshooting.com/shootout. Now, the deadline's coming up real quick for this. It's February the 28th. It's just, no prizes are given out for this. It's just bragging rights. But I put out a little YouTube video of my experience and my results, so you can check that out. And the show here at episode 107 of Gun Guy Radio, show notes, as always, are at gunguyradio.com/the episode number. So it'll be /107 for this episode. February 28th, so get to the range, shoot your 5-shot group at 7 yards. Best group wins. So, and we're looking for interns. We're looking for web interns, actually. Brad, our chief technology officer, he's looking for some help on keeping the websites running and upgrading different features on different websites. So we're looking for a programmer that knows HTML, Java, CSS, all the stuff I don't know, to help Brad out on some of the projects. So if you're interested in interning, volunteering your time to the FRN cause, just shoot me an email at jake@firearmsradio.tv. Personally, I'm looking for someone that knows the thesis theme for WordPress. I'm looking for someone that knows how to modify that theme, how to make their own custom templates. It's something I'm working on in the background. I'm actually going to transition a lot of the websites to Thesis in the long term. If there's anyone out there that wants to help FRN, what we're doing here, if you think what we're doing provides value and you'd like to be a part of it, and Thesis, the Thesis theme for WordPress, shoot me an email. I'm also looking for, this could be the same person or another person, but someone that could help optimize our SEO, that could go in and tweak our SEO. We, fill in, missing keywords and descriptions and site titles and anything that we might be missing there, kind of go through some of the sites and help us with our SEO. That's something I'm kind of working on here in the coming months, is trying to optimize all the sites so that more people can find the content that we work so hard to put out. So very exciting news. Amazon, you can now support us by shopping at Amazon. We now have an Amazon affiliate link. You can go to firearmsradio.tv, gunguyradio.com, thisweekinguns.com, or AR15podcast.com. Any of those websites have Amazon banners on them. So before you shop at Amazon, just if you want to, just click one of those banners and it'll take you to Amazon, and then we'll get a small, I think it's like 4% of the sale FRN gets, and that's gross. We have to pay taxes on that too, but it helps out a little bit. We really appreciate it. If you're looking to buy a large ticket item, that would be pretty cool. I already had some people using it. It's pretty awesome. Already, had some people go through it. So I really appreciate you guys doing that. It helps pay for the massive server fees and everything else, all the other fees we have here at FRN. I don't talk about this too much, but I still put hundreds of dollars every month into of my own money into the network. We're still not at a point where we're profitable, but we will be long term. We know we're in the phase of doing the hard work and getting our name out, I guess, getting and also learning how to do everything we do and keep creating content and better content every day. So click any of the Amazon banners on those sites, or you can bookmark this URL. You can bookmark firearmsradio.tv/Amazon. That's right, firearmsradio.tv/Amazon. And that will take you there every time, and I appreciate it. Brownells helps make this episode of Gun Guy Radio possible. Selection, service, satisfaction. Find it all at Brownells. Go to gunguyradio.com/satisfaction. And again, that's another affiliate link. Brownells, they're fantastic. They have provided us with some tools for the AR-15 podcast, and some, they provide us with giveaways. By the way, I announced later this episode what we're giving away for the Brownells giveaway. It may sound like they're, sending us a check every month, but they're not. They're an affiliate similar to Amazon. So every time you shop at Brownells through any of our links, you help out FRN a little bit. So I really appreciate that. Well, we're to the main topic where we're talking about my top 10 gun blogs and firearms news sites. I'm talking about my top 10 because that's what I'm familiar with. Now, if you want to know what the top 10 gun blog or gun news sites are, The Truth About Guns released back here in January. They released their numbers as far as like viewership and stuff, but they also released website traffic comparing themselves to their competitors via the Alexa rank, alexa.com. They rank, you can put any website in there and it will rank it'll give you a score basically. And they list several here. It doesn't include everything. Like it doesn't include guns. Guns.com is missing from this list, where and there's a few others. So it's a little more of a random list, I think. But The Truth About Guns is first, and as far as I can tell, there's not a gun-related site bigger than The Truth About Guns, or at least ranks higher. Maybe there is, but I couldn't find one. So they have them listed as first, and then Bearing Arms, and then the Survivalist blog, and then Gunbot, where you can find cheap prices on ammo and guns, I think. I haven't been there lately. The Firearm blog, great blog. Ammoland, and some of these are on my list. I'm just reading through these quick. Endo, which is Every Day's No Day Off, gun blog. The Gunwire, Gun Nuts Media, Sipsy Street Irregulars, Says Uncle, Moms Demand Action, JTT. So Moms Demand Action. I guess I have some antis on here as well. NRA blog, Mayors Against Illegal Guns, and Walls of the City. And I think they put Moms Demand Action and Mayors Against Illegal Guns on here because they rank pretty poorly. Surprise, surprise. No one really cares, right? So it's pretty interesting. And Guns.com, I think, should have been on this list as well as some others, but I think it's more of a random list. They say they selected a few competing websites, so there's many more competing websites out there. But I have a link to that in the show notes. But okay, so let's get to my top 10. So these are the top 10 sites that a lot of these sites I'll use for This Week in Guns when I'm prepping. This Week in Guns, I need all the resources I can get to put that show together to find the best news stories. So a lot of these sites are what I use for that, or I use them for researching other firearms-related topics and whatnot. So I'll just kind of work through these first one, and they're not in order. They're kind of a random order, but these are probably my 10 most frequented sites for gun news, gun reviews, gun articles, just anything to do with the firearms industry and current events. I go to these sites. So The Truth About Guns, great site because there's just so much content on there. Now I do have to say this: a lot of these sites, the advertisements drive me crazy. A lot of them have pop-up advertisements, which I thought died in the 90s, but I guess not. A lot of them have just really bizarre advertisements. Truth About Guns isn't the worst offender, but they do have pop-ups, and they do have some quirky ads, but some sites that I find firearms news or stories on just have crazy off the wall stuff on them. Just pretty insane. So Truth About Guns, though, they just put out so much content. I think they put out maybe the most content out of any. Well, they're ranked the number one site on Alexa as far as gun blogs go. So, I mean, that goes to show you they just put out a ton of great content. Now, they don't do like real long, elaborate blog posts except for when they do reviews and some other stories. But for the most part, they're just sharing the latest gun news and just a little blurb that is their opinion. And then there's also a lot of commenting, a lot of social aspect to it. Next one on my list is Guns.com. Guns.com is very much like Truth About Guns as far as content goes. I find a lot of great content as far as latest news stories and things like that. Now, this is politics-free, Gun Guy Radio, but a lot of these sites are political or have political articles. I guess I should put that as a warning to you. Guns.com, their advertising is less intrusive. I think they're one of the better sites as far as that goes. Now, some of you might find some of the advertising offensive on some of these sites for different reasons. The Firearm blog. I love the Firearm blog. The Firearm blog is kind of like this show, Firearms and Not Politics. How nice. How refreshing. It's great. It's great. I love it. They do a lot of interesting articles, and they have a very worldwide approach to it. So you'll get articles about firearms around the world, things going in the firearms world around the world. So it's very, very interesting, very entertaining, very instructive, very educational overall. So the Firearm blog is one you should definitely check out. And the next one is Endo, Every Day's No Days Off Gun Blog. He posts a lot of videos for the most part. I'd say almost every other post, or almost every post is a video, and he can get a little snarky, but he's very entertaining. He's always, taking the lighter side, the lighter side approach to things. A lot of his posts are pretty comical. And he's got a great line of apparel as well as in clothing, T-shirts. He's got an awesome AR-15 Builders Club T-shirt. He's got different selector switch T-shirts, Black Rifle T-shirts, a lot of AR-15 related T-shirts. Pretty cool stuff for sure. And his website is probably Every Day's No Days Off is probably on my list here, the best looking website out there. It's got a clean look to it, and it's kind of AR-15 themed, and I think it's probably the best looking site on my list. But Every Day's No Day Off, or Endo for short. Put him, follow him on Facebook, or put him in your RSS reader, and he'll provide entertainment every day. The Blaze.com is more of a conservative news site, but there's a ton of gun-related self-defense, personal defense stories on this site. And a lot of times they break on this site. They'll show up on this site before even the Truth About Guns or other sites. So this site shows up a lot for me when I'm looking for firearms-related stories on for this week in guns. So theblaze.com, a lot of, it might be too political for some of you, but this is also one of Glenn Beck's ventures, I believe. So that might be positive or negative for you, depending who you are. I'm of the opinion that this site provides a lot of value. This is one of the sites, though, with a lot of the quirky, stupid ads. Like some of the ads are like this: one strange trick to kill teeth stains, or the toxic food that is killing you, or mom is 55 but looks 27. And you'll find that with a lot of these news sites. They have just these terrible, terrible ads on them. Just forewarning. Put that disclaimer out there for you. GunSaveLives.net is, I guess you might call them more of a news skimmer site. Now, there's a lot of news skimmer sites out there that will grab like the latest news stories and put a post up about them. Now, maybe they're not so much like that, but some of them are. They're basically a site that reposts what other sites have, which to an extent, all these sites kind of do that. But GunSaveLives.net, they put out a lot of good articles, a lot of good info, and some of their stuff is original. And maybe a lot of it is. I might be overstating the news skimmer aspect for them, but some of these sites are like that. They're very advertising heavy. Now some of these sites, like many of the ones I already mentioned, and this one, I think they're being hurt in the Google results because they have so many ads. Because they have quite a bit. To my understanding, if you have too many ads in the above the fold, which is what you can see on the website without scrolling, that's what's considered above the fold, like a newspaper. Think of a newspaper. The top of the fold is a most sought after area. Well, I think Google kind of looks at these websites, and if you have too many advertisements in that primary above the fold spot, then they ding you in the search results and they knock you down a little bit. Outdoor Hub is a mega site. They post things about hunting, fishing, shooting, survival, outdoor industry news, information buzz, a lot like This Week in Guns, but like 100-fold, 1,000-fold. They just have so much content on outdoorhub.com. And I get a lot of news stories off of outdoorhub.com about gun news or new guns on the market, or just things going on in the firearms industry. So it's a great site. It's a great resource for the outdoors person in general. Outdoor Hub, check it out. Amaland is another one, kind of like Outdoor Hub. They put out just a lot of really great news stories, articles, or they repost, or they're a wire service. So Amaland and Outdoor Hub, they're one of the outdoor wire services where they also publish press releases, like for us, for Gun Guy Radio and AR-15, they publish press releases as well. So they just have a wide variety of content and pretty much every category of what you might be into. So amaland.com, definitely a site to bookmark. And then we're to the last two here. So on number 9, and remember these are not in order. Number 9 is Breitbart. And this is a site, I guess I would call it similar to the Blaze, where it's more conservative leaning, but they also have a lot of breaking news on Breitbart. They're a really good news site. So they're a site that I definitely keep an eye on for This Week in Guns content, or just any general firearms, news stories. So it's Breitbart.com, and that's BREITBART. And, of course, in the show notes, I have all these linked. And the last one is thedailycaller.com, which is, again, a more of a news site, more of a site like Breitbart or The Blaze. But I do use this site quite a bit for This Week in Guns because they do break some news stories on them. Or just as an additional source. They're a great option as well for an additional source for This Week in Guns. Several articles a week on This Week in Guns. I'll have multiple sources posted. Now, usually anything we talk about on that show, there's multiple sources out there, but I don't always post them in the show notes. But for a few of them, I do. Well, anyways, that's my top 10 gun blogs and firearms news sites out there. This is what I use every week to put together This Week in Guns and to put together content for this show, Gun Guy Radio. And I hope that provides you with some good resources to keep abreast of the latest firearms and gun news and the latest political happenings, if that's what you're into. If not, then you can ignore it. Now, I don't generally go to these websites individually. Generally, I use an iPhone app called Zite, Z-I-T-E. This is my big secret. This is my secret weapon in putting together This Week in Guns. Zite, Z-I-T-E. It's a great app. I believe it's free. I'm pretty sure it's free. I've used it so long. And it curates content. So you can add, it will accumulate news stories or just any web content relating to a keyword. Like, for example, I have firearms, I have guns, and you can't get too specific. You can't say, like, AR-15 rifle or something like that. Or I don't think you can even say AR-15. It has to be something that they've predetermined is a keyword that they will curate. So, for example, firearms, guns, and then I have Illinois because that's the state I live in, and then I have self-defense. And then it has an option for your top stories, and that's usually what I work off of. And it will accumulate stories from all, what was it, 4 categories? 1, 2, 3, 4 categories. Accumulate stories from all those 4 categories, and it will search everywhere on the web for stories, news stories relating to those topics. And it will display them newest to oldest. And it only goes so far back. You can't go back forever. You have to, for the list I have to look at this at least twice a day. Otherwise, something falls off of the list and I lose it. So the Zeit app is a great resource, I think, for anyone looking for gun news. It's a lifesaver for me. Another site I use for gun news or stuff like that is the Drudge Report. It's real hit or miss. There's not even stuff on there every day relating to guns, but it is a resource because they do post so many breaking or top articles. In the past, I've used RSS readers to keep track of these blogs and sites. I used to use Google Reader until that was shut down. And then I've played around with Feedly. Feedly is another RSS reader. I've played around with some different apps as well, but Zeit, and it's only on iPhone. It's not a desktop app or anything like that. It's probably on Android though. I don't know if it's on Android or Windows, but I hope that helps you out. But let's take a break and get into the listener feedback. Well, LA Police Gear helps make this episode of Gun Guy Radio possible. LAPolicegear.com. And you really have to go over there to check out all their deals. They have what they call countdown deals. If you go to their site and scroll down a little bit, they have, a dozen. Yeah, I think it's a dozen countdown deals. And like this one has 19 seconds left. This one has 6 minutes, 43 seconds. And they're just different items. Like here's a Condor mesh hydration vest, 22% off, $38. Here's a Maxpedition frame lock folding knife, 18% off for $98. And then here's a Wise food storage kit or big package deal, 37% off, $97. And so these rotate through these different countdown deals. So that's kind of cool. Wiley X Gravity sunglasses, 18% off. But like that ends in a minute and 20 seconds. So it's something that you might want to check out, once a day. Check out LAPolicegear.com, see what kind of awesome deals they have going on. And also what kind of, great prices, everyday great prices they have. And don't forget to check out their closeouts as well. They have some amazing closeout deals. So LAPolicegear.com. And for the month of February, you can get free shipping. That is right. Free shipping for all orders over $89 from LAPolicegear.com. And Duluth Trading Company is, the place to go for your manly wear, men's clothing. And they have their fire hose, Flex workwear, and I was just wearing my fire hose workwear jeans. I think I have, what do they call them? The Carpenter. I think I have the Carpenter version of them. And they're just great. They're really comfortable, but they're extremely durable. And they're lightweight. They're not big and heavy. So check out the Duluth Flex Fire Hose Carpenter work jeans, Carpenter pants. You can get them in black, brown, khaki, or blue. And their blue is kind of like a blue jean blue. They have the hidden crotch gusset, so you can crouch without the ouch. So check it out, Duluth, or it's gunguyradio.com/Duluth. All right, we're to the listener feedback, and Jim wrote in. He says, just north of me in New Hampshire is a company that makes some interesting furniture to hide things in. And Jim, you made my day, because he linked to QLineDesign.com. Q, the letter Q, linedesign.com. And this is just, I guess, a small custom furniture maker, but they make some of the most amazing furniture. Bookshelves, nightstands, coffee tables, entertainment centers, filing cabinets, amazing furniture. Furniture that you would never, ever think had guns hidden or money hidden in them or ammo hidden. I mean, you have to go to QLineDesign.com or go to the show notes and check out some of the videos of this furniture, because there's this one double, side-by-side bookshelf, and it looks just like a regular bookshelf, nothing special. And he shows you all the hidden compartments, and he's got all these real guns, AR-15s, shotguns, a bunch of pistols, a bunch of CZ-style pistols, money, everything else. Just amazing. Like, he has more guns hidden in this bookshelf than would fit in most gun safes. And there's it's amazing because, looking at this bookshelf before he opens up all the hidden compartments. It's got half a dozen or more hidden compartments, and there's just guns everywhere, AR-15s and all these pistols and ammo. I'm like, oh, holy moly. I mean, I love the idea of hiding stuff like this because, you're hiding it. It says at the top of their site, what will you hide in plain sight? And that's exactly it. If you have a safe or you have something like that, that's pretty easy to find. And it's pretty easy, no matter the size, to, it's just a matter of time before they can haul it out of the house if they have time. But something like this, they'll just walk right by it. They won't even give it a second thought. It's amazing. It blows my mind. The quality of the craftsmanship on this furniture is just amazing. There's one coffee table video that it's a red coffee table when you see it. Or I'm sorry, end table. Or maybe it's I think it's an end table. It's amazing how many hidden compartments. I mean, it's a tiny, small, it's a regular size end table, but it's sleek and thin, and you wouldn't think there was anything hidden in it, and yet he's popping all these hidden compartments out and drawers out and everything else, and there's guns in it and everything, and I'm like, holy cow! It's quite impressive. Quite impressive. So, Jim, thank you so much. Sam, he writes in, I just got my first Glock. It's a Gen 4 G26. It's not my first gun, but it's my first Glock. I was looking for a G19 magazine online when I noticed almost all websites I visit kept using the phrase high capacity for their magazine descriptions. This offends me because they are standard factory magazines. So I've been leaving this message in their comment and contact us box. Can you guys stop using the phrase high capacity? They are standard factory magazines. We have enough problems with the media complex and government that hates us for our love of the second blah, 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 political, blah, blah, blah. Please consider this. So I think he brings up a good point there. A lot of them are labeled high-capacity magazines. I don't know. It's and they're not. They're standard capacity. But so anyways, Steven says, I enjoyed episode 106 about handgun safes. I currently use a variety of gun vaults and love them. But the reason for this message is that I'm a scuba diver instructor or scuba diver, and sound does travel 10 times faster in water. Okay, that's referring to my wife shooting while pregnant. He says, keep up the good work. I would love to hear a show about being left or correct-handed. This would be or give you a great chance to say ambidextrous a ton. You're right, it would. That would be a great show. That's something overdue is an ambi show. I think I'd call it an ambi show. Because it's not just people left-handed. It's people like my dad who has lost vision in his eye and he can't shoot right-handed anymore. He has to shoot left-handed. So it would also cover people like that. So if you have ideas for a left-handed episode, send them in to me. Like if you have specifics of solutions, I guess, send them to Jake at gunguyradio.com or at firearmsradio.tv or comment in the bottom of the show. And I'll start to accumulate comments for a lefty episode. Tom W. says, I started typing this before hearing the other person's comments, which I don't know what he means by that, but he says, forget the small safes everywhere and home carry. If someone walks through your door and you forgot to lock, or rush in while your wife is unloading groceries from the car, you won't have enough time. I can see using a safe for a nightstand, but the best way to control your firearm is to have it in your possession. I agree. You mentioned that kids will get into anything and everyone knows how creative they can be. They watch you and learn quickly. Yes, but they don't have my fingerprint. Most safes, even biometric ones, come with a key backup. They do, but like my biometric safe, you have to take a panel off that is held in place by two Allen keys or Allen head screws. So they're not going to be doing that. Where do you keep your backup key? In another safe? Actually, I do keep mine in another safe that is a safe with a key that both my wife and I have access to. But I don't know if that's really an issue. The computer industry dumped attempts to use biometrics for a reason. They were unreliable and easy to defeat. I don't think they were easy to defeat. That's a movie myth, I think. And they quite possibly did dump them early on because they were unreliable, but that's not true anymore. Look at the iPhone 5S. The iPhone 5S... they all have a biometric home button on them. That's how you unlock the 5S. I think we're going to start seeing a lot more biometric devices. I think we'll start seeing cars sooner or later that you start with a biometric, thumbprint or whatnot. I think you're going to start to see it a lot. And Apple, they didn't go with one years ago because they were unreliable at that time, but they are, Apple doesn't implement things usually unless they are ultra reliable, and I haven't heard any complaints about the 5S being unreliable. In fact, I've heard just the opposite, that it is a dream. So I think the technology has caught up. I think biometrics are a very realistic possibility. So anyways, he says, I don't have kids, but I have nieces and nephews that come to the house. When I'm home, I switch from IWB to a comfortable paddle holster. They suck for concealment. Well, that depends on your dress, I think, but are excellent for comfort at home. Home carry can also make you more comfortable when you carry concealed. When I got my carry permit, I concealed carry at home, which made it seem more natural when I started carrying outside the home. I carry 100% of the time where legal to do so. Thanks for all your hard work. And I agree, Tom. Carrying on your person is the best place to have that firearm. Have it right there. The thing is, not everyone is going to home carry. I'm curious. I'm guessing a lot less women home carry than men, but maybe not. I'm guessing a lot of people don't home carry, as a matter of fact. I know a lot of people do. I know a lot of people listening right now do, but I think a lot of people probably get home and they dump their keys, phone, wallet, and gun all at once because they're in a different frame of mind. I don't know. Once I get my newly minted Illinois concealed carry permit, I don't know if I'm gonna home carry. Like, what do you do when you're in your pajama? Do you never wear pajamas? Can you? No, I don't. I mean, isn't there some point where you just like to get in your pajamas and just have lay down, watch a movie or something? Or I don't know. At that point, I guess you put your gun in your safe. But what if you're? I don't know. Kids bring a whole different aspect to it. Where home carry, you could if you had a paddle holster, you could take it off, put it on the table next to you. Real easy. But like with me with kids, I have to go across the house, lock it up if it's not on my person. So I don't know. There's I think a lot of it's personal preference. I think like my wife, I don't think she's gonna carry at home, and many women off body carry as well, so they're not carrying at home. I don't know. There's always like the best case scenario, but there's also the what's practical and what's realistic. And that's different for everyone. For Tom, what you're doing obviously works for you very well, but I guess what I'm saying for other people, it's probably not going to work as well. Jeremy says, I just started listening to This Week in Guns a few weeks ago. This last episode, I think you mentioned having a polymer lower and wanting to build a light as possible AR-15. Let me suggest a skeleton stock from Ace Ltd, and he includes a show note here, or a link I have here in the show notes, which I messed up. So, the skeleton stock from Ace Ltd, so I'll have to check that out. He says he built a super lightweight polymer with a polymer lower from New Frontier Armory. I'm not sure what lower I have. I have a polymer lower that I need to build out, but I can't remember if it's a New Frontier or something else. I'm thinking it's actually something else. And that's something I'm looking at here in next couple months, building out another AR-15 or two and doing some more videos on it. So that's kind of why I threw Jeremy's email in here. So any ideas for lightweight AR-15, send them on over. I appreciate them. Welcome back to the Gun Guy Radio Product Spotlight, and on the line we have Brownell's correspondent Paul Levy, the category manager over there. Hey, Paul.
Hey, Jake. How's it going?
It's going great. So we're talking about some Remington 700 upgrades again this week. We're talking about the company Defiance Machine and their Striker Ridge actions.
Yep. We've carried actions for quite some time, not from Defiance, but from Remington and a few other companies. And Defiance is just it's a great custom action anyways to start off of. You're probably not going to replace the other parts you're not going to replace just your action and go to this. This is going to be an action you probably use for an entirely new custom build. And we got a few different options from. We have the Striker Ridge actions, which I got here today, and then we have the Deviants, which are the higher end versions. The Striker Ridge here, it'll be for Remington 700. Again, Remington 700 style, so they fit Remington 700 stocks and chassis. They accept AI style mags, so they're cut for the AI mag well and can accept those mags, which are the most common magazines you see out there now. And then they have a stainless steel body and then a steel bolt. This is a Striker Ridge here. The ones we will be selling, they won't have the fluted bolt on the Striker Ridge, but you will see the fluted bolt on the Deviant action, the higher end version. So what you get is you get the action itself, recoil lug, and then the bolt assembly with the knob and M16 style extractor with both actions. The difference with the Deviant, which I'm sure you'll throw up a picture at some point, is it has a rail on it, 20 MOA, and then it has the recoil lug actually integral into the action itself. On the Striker Ridge, this is pinned in, but it does come with a recoil lug. The great thing about these actions is you don't have to take your 700 action and then blueprint it, true everything up to get the optimal accuracy. Everything comes from Defiance, ready to go, premium barrel to be installed, and you're going to get fantastic results. You don't have to send your action out, your barrel out to a gunsmith to get installed. Of course, this requires gunsmith installation. It's a 700 style action, but you're going to get fantastic results just with an out-of-the-box action from the Defiance machining. We do have a few different options. The Striker Ridge, we have short, long, and then long Magnum. So the Magnum allows for those Win Mag cartridges and rounds of that sort that have that really fat base. And then for the Deviant, we have short and long, and the long takes actually 338 cartridges. So that's a pretty cool option there for the high end models. Something we haven't had before, so we're pretty excited about that. Back to the bolt. This is the style you'll see on the Deviant actions, fluted, and then also has front basically out of the box. You got the M16 style extractor, and then a large knob. For quick and easy use. And then great finish. The fit and finish on these is, you don't see it very often. You won't see it on a factory Remington 700.
Just incredible machining and attention to detail. Just beautiful. For sure. And
that's the entire version there. The Striker Ridge we'll be selling. We'll accept Remington 700 bases. And again, the Deviant comes with that base already installed. So it's ready to go out of the box. And then it takes just standard Remington 700 triggers, so you can use your favorite trigger and get that ready to go. Great actions, really, for a custom build and to make a really nice 700 style rifle out of. We're very pleased with them. They look pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, if you're looking to make your own custom, sweet-looking 700 build, you can check out the upper right-hand corner of the video here if you're watching on YouTube, or check the show notes at gunguyradio.com, and we'll have a special link that will take you right to the product page. Well, very, very cool product this week, Paul. I'm going to have to put this on my long-term to-do list.
Yeah, it's probably the most expensive item we've ever discussed, but we were pretty excited when we got them in. Custom actions, there's something about them that's it's appealing. It's something, you gotta save up for it. But when you build that rifle, it's well worth it.
Absolutely. Create a family heirloom to pass down throughout the generations.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Paul. We'll talk to you next week.
All right. Talk to you then.
We're to the YouTube channel pick of the week, and this week I'm going to feature our friend from This Week in Guns, Kirsten Joy Weiss, her awesome YouTube channel. She does a trick shot once a week. I believe it's once a week. Let's see here. About once a week, give or take a little bit. She's shot, out of a helicopter. She's shot through the center of a CD that was spinning around. She did a G.I. Joe movie tribute themed shoot. She did shooting while both hands are tied. She did Pilates, yoga, trick shots. Pretty cool stuff all the way around. And she's a real deal. A champion, Olympic level shooter. Kirsten Joy Weiss. So it's youtube.com/Kirsten Joy Weiss. Well, for the Gun Guy Radio products spotlight, or the giveaway, for the Gun Guy Radio Brownells giveaway this week, or this month, I'm sorry, I'm so tired. We're giving away the Series 3 AR multitasker tool. That's right, the Series 3 multitasker tool, the black version. Now, these have everything on them. They have, they have features of a lot of multi-tools, but they go way above and beyond. They have your front sight tool for your AR. They have a carbon scraper. They have just everything. They have durable G10 grip panels on them. They have a belt clip built into them, as well as drill bits, a drill bit adapter. They have a 3/8 box wrench for accessory mounts from LaRue Tactical. They have a 1/2-inch wrench for scope rings. They have, let's see here, just anything you could think of, really, that you might need on the range. They have them here. Have them all on this multitasker tool. It just blows me away, the ingenuity and the engineering put into these tools. They're made in the USA. Can't beat that. Made in the USA. And buying them from Brownells, you get the 100% lifetime satisfaction, lifetime returns. But I'm giving away 2 of these, or Brownells, I should say. Brownells is giving away 2 of these for the month of February. They retail for $139.99 each, but we're giving away 2 for the month of February. And you can enter the awesome Brownells giveaway by going to gunguyradio.com/winner, gunguyradio.com/winner, and that will get you your entry by signing up for our newsletter for these monthly giveaways. And you only have to sign up once, so if you already signed up, you're good to go. But if you haven't, sign up for a newsletter, gunguyradio.com/winner, and you'll be in the running.
Gun Guy Radio says thank you and proudly displays artwork and graphics designed by Ryan Cross of Hunter of Design. hunterofdesign.com.
Well, that about wraps up the show for this evening. You can send feedback to Jake at gunguyradio.com. And actually, if you have feedback, this is something I might be changing. I might be changing where if you want to send feedback, I might refer you to the bottom of the show notes so we can get some more interaction, more conversations going on there on the website. And so other people can answer questions too, not just me. So I guess if you have feedback, consider putting it on gunguyradio.com/0 or /107. I keep wanting to say 0107, but it's not. It's 107. Don't forget to leave us that iTunes review. I just had some recent ones. Had someone let's see here. We had Jeff Haddix revise his from a 1-star to a 5-star. I appreciate that, Jeff. I can't remember what I did to get the 1-star, but I appreciate that it's a 5-star now, so that's pretty cool. Really appreciate all the reviews. Really appreciate you guys sharing the show with your friends. Don't forget to join the NRA and the Second Amendment Foundation. And also check out the Firearms Radio Network apps on the Android and on the Windows Phone platforms. And also check out Greg Bakken over at the Tactical Paradise podcast. That's right, Tactical Paradise. And he's not like tactical. He's not like a tactical mall ninja or anything. He's like talks about real world, real scenarios, real common sense type of tactical. Really great show. Really, I love his style. I love his just how real he is. It is a really entertaining show. So tacticalparadise.com or tacticalparadise.com/iTunes to subscribe. And don't forget to shop Brownells using our affiliate link, gunguyradio.com/satisfaction, or shop Amazon using our affiliate link there, firearmsradio.tv/Amazon. You can also click any of the Amazon or Brownells web banners to also shop the affiliate links. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I'll probably see you in a couple weeks after the baby comes. So we'll see you then.
This has been a production of the Firearms Radio Network. You can find more information at firearmsradio.tv.